LGC News. This is the most important news of the day. Yesterday at 7 a.m. there has been a huge explosion in a factory of the Coca-Cola Company in China. The factory is located in a small town called Hohentown, near the metropolitan Shanghai. When the plant exploded, the staff had just arrived for the morning shift, so there were at least 3,500 people inside. The definite number of casualties is not known yet, but experts expect the number to be extremely high. It is one of the worst explosions in the last century. The factory in Hohentown is one of Coca-Cola's biggest plants in Asia. It all began with a little fire in the storage room. The staff tried to stop the fire, but soon it expanded and reached stored chemicals, resulting in multiple explosions. Some people managed to escape the building in time, but the majority of workers was still inside when the explosion started. The fire is probably caused by a negligent employee who had left his burning cigarette when he ended his night shift. The consequences of the explosion are enormous, and the impact on the town will last for many years. The number of casualties is expected to reach more than 5,000 persons. According to the most recent news, 2,800 people have lost their lives, 2,000 people are severely injured, and 200 people are still missing. Over 3,000 people have lost their house. The last time there was such a dramatic disaster in a factory was 90 years ago when a bomb exploded in a factory of Samsung. At the moment, the rescue teams are searching for missing people and they are giving first aid to the severely injured people. The USA and France have promised their support and are preparing rescue workers to fly over.
The Queen died. Elizabeth II, born the 21st April 1926, died yesterday unexpectedly. The Queen was riding her horse yesterday noon on her daily tour through the royal gardens when her horse tripped over a branch. Unfortunately, she fell and broke her spine. She was immediately taken to the Royal Hospital, London. The doctors couldn't save her and she died in the hospital itself. The royal family is devastated by the sudden death. Queen Elizabeth II was the world's oldest reigning monarch as well as Britain's longest lived. In 2015, she surpassed the reign of her great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, to become the longest reigning British monarch and the longest reigning queen regnant in the world history. She has been the Queen of the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand and 12 other countries that have become independent since her accession. The Queen was very loved in Britain and the rest of the world. She was patron of over 600 organizations and charities. Her main leisure interest included equestrianism and dogs, especially her Pembroke Welsh corgis Willow and Holly. The Queen's eldest son, Charles, also known as the Prince of Wales, will accede the British throne. He was the longest-serving heir apparent in British history and had held the position since 1952. Charles has two sons, William and Harry, with the late Lady Diana. She died in a car crash in Paris on the 31st August 1997. The new Crown Prince is his eldest son, William. He is now the first in line to succeed his father.
Blake is back.
Sunday morning at 5 a.m., a man found his woman dead on the floor. Doctors say the reason of her death is the old terrible disease called the plaque. The medicine they once found against it isn't working anymore because the plaque is more comprehensive. The doctors are all searching for a new medicine now. The cause of this new version of the plaque is the same as the original cause. It's caused by a bacterium called Yersinia pestis, named after the French-Swiss doctor Alexander Yersin, who could identify the bacterium in 1894 during an epidemic in Hong Kong. This time he didn't identify it, but his son William Yersin did. The plaque can be transferred in different ways, for example by the bite of insects. Generally, these are fleas, which are infected with the bacterium. You can also get infected by tiny droplets that float in the air as a result of the coughing or sneezing of an infected person. The plague is the most famous example of a zoonosis, a disease transmitted from animals to humans. It comes in 4 types: bubonic plague, pneumonic plague, pestilence, and sepsis pestis minor. Nothing has changed about those types, except that you'll die faster. Meanwhile, there have been 46 deaths, but the number continues to rise. The people are dying faster now because the plague proceeds faster than before. Once you're affected by the disease, you will only have a few more hours to live. Doctors advise everyone to stay indoors and minimize contact with each other. They promise the medicine is coming.
The weather is getting better. After the heavy rains and the devastating floods from the past few weeks, the good weather finally reached Belgium. The upcoming week will be sunny and dry with temperatures around 25 degrees. If you are allergic to pollen, don't forget to take your medication because the level of pollen is going to get very high. This was the weather forecast by Celeste Wiesmans. The Yellow Tigers have won against Romania. This is our reporter Joren Franke on spot.
Hello, this is Joren Franke speaking. Today our national volleyball team has just won against Romania. They won with 3-0. The first set was 25-21, the second 25-21 and the last 25-23. The match was incredible and the Yellow Tigers were amazing. They all played great, but the best player on the field was Lise van Hekken. We're going over now to the national lottery.
Okay. Hello, welcome to the National Lottery. These are the winning numbers for today. 5, 24, 48, 92, and 0. These were the results for today. Thank you for being with us and we wish you a good evening.